Hi guys, I am the Dow King, and over the last couple days, there's been a lot of speculation about Coinbase and potentially what happens if they go bankrupt. They're not going bankrupt, but they said potentially they put it in their SEC filings and they outlined if they go bankrupt, which, by the way, they should have had all along. People are like, well, there's no chance of Coinbase going bankrupt. Well, there was no chance of Luna going to 1 cent either, well below 1 cent either, and it did. So cryptocurrencies are basically the next level of risk people are taking on. And there's a big problem that a lot of people don't really realize about them. There's a big risk. And the reason I like DeFi and reason I'm in DeFi is because I don't have to mess around with Coinbase and exchanges. My funds are probably more safe than your funds. If you are on Coinbase or crypto.com, one of these major exchanges, I'm going to give you the real rundown of the risk. And you can kind of see here, Coinbase lets users know what a bankruptcy could mean for them. Well, it's not good. And I'm actually in a case of another exchange called Cryptopia in New Zealand, which got hacked. And I had funds over there, and it's been years. And I'm not getting anything. You know why? Because the New Zealand government has decided they're only going to pay back people who were New Zealand residents or citizens. And basically, they told everyone else to go fuck off. And by the way, I also saw the funds in the treasury of Cryptopia go from, I think it was like 30 or 40 million down to like nothing because of the legal fees, lawyers, accountants, and all these other things that took place. So like there's literally in the treasury, last time I looked, was like $3 or $4 million. So much of it was just wasted. This experience led me into DeFi because I said, what is the point of keeping your money? If you have your money in Coinbase or crypto.com, which is basic, crypto.com is located, I think, in Singapore. What rules and regulations do you think is going to help you out if there's a bankruptcy? And there's a lot of things that could lead to bankruptcy of these different exchanges. There's unforeseen events that can happen. There just are. They happen. You saw what happened with Luna. So there are ways if there is a bankruptcy, for example, if we look over here, actually, this is a really good article. If a crypto exchange goes bankrupt, what happens? Okay, so you got to understand a few things. When you have your money like in a brokerage house, okay, like in the stock market, there is the SIPC that comes in and redistributes the funds back to the legal people that owned it, basically. There is no SIPC in cryptocurrency. It doesn't exist. So for example, back here when Leman Brothers bankruptcy happened, it was worth $92 billion, and it was back to those customers to make them whole. So they gave all the money back to the customers to make them whole. How much does our good friends over at Coinbase have? Coinbase has, this is crazy, it's a huge amount at stake. Coinbase was custodian for $256 billion as of March 31st. Do you know how many times more than Leman Brothers this is? This ain't no fucking joke. This is like 2.5 times, over 2.5 times Lehman. It's like 2.5 Leman Brothers. And there's no rules that regulate it. Basically, what can happen is this, guys. This is where it gets really crazy. Your money becomes theirs. And someone is going to decide who gets what back. And it could take months. It could take years. Cryptopia stuff is still going on. When they got hacked, my money's still stuck in there. I'm never going to see it. I don't know how much I had over there, but if it was in today's dollars, at the peak, it was probably 40 or 50 grand. It's gone. See ya. The reality is this. If you are in Coinbase or crypto.com or any of these other exchanges out there, you don't want to put too much on there. You want to get one of these right here. It's called a ledger or a Trezor, either way, or whatever you prefer, or even on your MetaMask on your computer or on your laptop. I wouldn't put it on your phone because I've had a few friends who've had their phones hacked for whatever reasons. Maybe it was their fault or maybe it just happened. But, you know, I prefer to keep it on a laptop or a computer. Now, this is the thing. DeFi gives you control over your wealth. You can have control over your wealth and you can keep your MetaMask over there and you can layer one of these over it, for example. But when you have your money with Coinbase or crypto.com or any of these major exchanges and everything goes down, and I'm not saying they will, I'm not saying everything's going to implode, but you're not the one in control. What ends up happening a lot of times is these things implode. And when they implode, they happen faster than you know. Okay. All those people in Luna, it happened in a couple of days. We don't know when this next cycle, this crazy cycle is going to hit. for right now, you're pretty safe. And I don't keep much in crypto.com. I don't think I keep anything in crypto.com. It's pointless. Why do you want to give someone custodial power over your assets? And if something crazy happens, maybe another, another 2008 kind of scenario happens. We don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. So my recommendation to you guys, and I've always gone, and I've done this since Cryptopia happened to me. I've basically kept my money with myself, because when you rely on these exchanges, Mount Gox, Geox was the first one that this happened, and all hundreds of millions of dollars were lost. Those days are gone where it's hundreds of millions of dollars. We're talking about billions of dollars these days now. Billions of dollars are lost. And I won't be surprised one day we'll see trillions of dollars. Until there's real crypto regulation. By the way, a lot of you guys say we don't need regulation. We need certain regulation. One of the regulations in place would be for crypto exchanges, right? One of the regulations should be crypto exchanges, if they go bankrupt, the money stays with the people and they basically give it back without any loss, just like a brokerage house or something. So that's where regulations actually is going to come and help people, versus what's happening now is if a crypto exchange disappears or loses your money or goes bankrupt or something, really nothing happens. You're the one paying the price, not the exchange or the people running it. So we need to kind of figure these things out, guys. It's just, when I saw this in the SEC filings, not enough YouTubers are talking about it. I don't know why, but it's a pretty big deal that they finally admitted it. There's a reason I'm in DeFi. And by the way, going in these down cycles, this is a time you make money. A lot of you guys are running away from crypto and all this stuff. This is the time where you really invest your time, your effort, your energy, and you'll make a lot of money, because the bottom is where you want to be. We're at the bottom or close to it, right? It might fall a little bit more. I am not a financial advisor, as you know, but these are the times where money is made, when you get in at the low, at the bottom. So please, guys, a lot of people are like, well, I lost 80% and I lost Luna and I'm out now. The people that are making their investments now come back 6 months, a year, 2 years, we don't know how long the cycle is going to last, are going to be very happy, So keep that in mind. I've been through these cycles before. I've been through multiple crypto cycles before. I've also been robbed by Cryptopia, by an exchange, been hacked. I've been robbed. I've learned one thing. Keep your money to yourself. Don't put it on an exchange. If you got more than a couple $1,000s on crypto.com or Coinbase, get it the fuck out. And hopefully, and learn how to use these, and don't lose it, by the way. Please just don't do it, stupid shit because a YouTuber tells you. Learn it first. Figure it out. Understand it. Okay? So anyway, guys, I hope that helps. Please read these articles. I'm going to link these articles in the description here. Really interesting. You really should know your rights or lack of them when you're using these exchanges, these crypto exchanges. Understand them, and maybe you'll think a little bit differently. You really need to understand what rights you have. And in some cases, you might not even have some. The fact that Cryptopia basically told me to go fuck off because I'm not from New Zealand. Can that happen if crypto.com goes out of business because they're in Singapore or KuCoin or one of these other major exchanges? Could they just tell everyone that's not a resident or citizen of their nation to go fuck off? I got told to go fuck off. Could Coinbase tell people that are in other countries to go fuck off? I don't know. These are questions no one's answering because no one cares. No one knows. No one knows the answer at the end of the day. So anyway, guys, take care and be safe.